Bottom of the second here on Mountaineer Radio, Mountaineer TV. Eastern leads 3-0 as they had a good offensive first inning. Zeb Henry, Jackson Gregory, and Augusto Schroeder came home to score. Ruben Vinter and Dawson Price collected 3 combined RBIs. Now the 9-1-2 batters, Tyler Henrich, Zeb Henry, and Jackson Gregory with an opportunity here against Tyler Root.
Now I was going to say, not too bad when your second inning consists of your 9-1-2 batters, especially the way that Henrich has played this year. Lefty trying to lead things off.
Yeah, unfortunately for Henrich, he was the only guy who didn't get a plate appearance in the first inning. First pitch to him and goes right off of his bag. A hit by pitch puts Henrich on first.
Yeah, for him, I think that's the second time he's been hit today. He got hit in game number 1 as well, but he'll get over to first base. One pitch seen today, and well, he's already on first.
And he'll take it, especially with some good bats coming up. Zeb Henry, Jackson Gregory, and potentially John Seekich, as long as Henrich isn't retired on the base paths.
And for Tyler Root now, I mean, I don't know exactly all his outings. Obviously, I haven't seen too many of it or any of his outings, but this has got to be one of the worst starts he's had in a long time.
1-0 count to Zeb Henry. Henry 1 for 1 on the day with a run scored and a single.
It's not his defense that isn't helping him out. It's his own self. Some base hits.
Ground ball between first and second. That'll reach the outfield. Back-to-back singles for Zeb Henry. His second of the day.
Well, that time his defense did not help him out. That should have been a play made over at first base. He's caught up in between of, okay, do I turn the double play here, try to get to second, or do I let it go and let my second baseman get this? It might be out of my reach. 0 for 2 on both decisions, and into right field it went.
Runners on first and second. Nobody out for Jackson Gregory, who's also got a single on the day. He scored a run an inning ago as well. Root sets up, looks back to second, and delivers. Bunt shown, pulled back, 1-0.
Eastern knows how important small ball can be here in this matchup. Rose State almost able to find the win in game 1 via the small ball.
The 1-0 from Root misses inside, 2-0.
Man, first base really in on the grass, off the first base bag as well. Really trying to cut down on this sacrifice attempt possibly.
And I really think that Eastern has an opportunity to take advantage of his aggressiveness at first base. The 2-0 pitch blooped into the air. First baseman tracking after it. It goes foul, just barely. And Wyatt Fielding couldn't get there in time.
And Fielding's the one that is playing that first base bag and almost able to place it perfectly right over his head and drop it in. That's exactly where you want to put it.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Eastern right now, I'm showing bunt as soon as I step into the box and seeing what Fielding does. If Fielding comes crashing in like he did against Seekich an inning ago, pull back as soon as the delivery is there and swing away. The 2-1 pitch, crashing in once again, is Fielding. He makes the glove plate, throw down to first in time for out number 1.
And job well done, though, by Eastern on the sacrifice. Fielding doing his job, took his time. He's a confident first baseman, I guess, and that's all you need is the confidence to be able to play right there.
That does bring up John Seekich. Seekich has yet to see a plate appearance so far today. He's 0 for 0 with a sacrifice bunt.
Because it's not a coaching style by Coach Ryan Butts. It's Fielding doing it on his own, or else your third baseman will be crashing in just as much as well. It's just Fielding being comfortable and confident.
First pitch to Seekich in the zone for a strike, 0-1.
Another big chance here for Seekich. 3 straight at-bats now for him of RBI opportunities. He's 2 for 2 now.
Runners on second and third, 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Eastern looking to add on to their lead. It's currently 3 runs. Seekich fouls that one off. Falls behind in the count, 0-2.
And anything to the outfield does the job. There's plenty of speed on the base paths right now. Henrich at third. Henry at first, or second, I should say.
Tyler Root hoping to get out of this inning without conceding more runs. The 0-2 lined up the middle. This one will drop. Zeb Henry rounding third. 2 runners will score. Is down in the outfield is Logan Jeske. He appears to be hurt. Sekic gets to third base after the single. 2 RBI single from John Sekic. An injury in the outfield to Logan Jeske.
Yeah, I think he just rolled up underneath his own legs and feet a little bit, twisting up ankles and knees. A tough play because it does, like you say, score a pair of runners. Calf a little bit, possibly.
And I will say I do think that the 2 runners would have scored either way just because of the speed that Zeb Henry has at second base. But John Sekic, he would have been stuck at first base. He's now sitting at third.
Yeah, big time, though. And Eastern, crooked number in back-to-back innings now. And that's the best way to get to a quick doubleheader if you can keep at that pace.
And it looks like Jeske's trying to walk it off. Don't know if he's going to be able to stay in the game. Doesn't look like anybody's coming out at this point.
Yeah, I saw Coach Butts looking back a little bit, kind of, go through his mind of what rotations he could have.
And it looks like he's just letting Jeske run it off just to make sure he's got that mobility. Conversation between the two. It looks like Jeske's going to stay out there and continue playing.
Yeah, good for him. Tough play.
That extends Eastern's lead, though, 5-0 here in the bottom of the second.
And John Sekic now, his last 3 at-bats, RBI opportunities, and he's been successful with them dating back to game number 1 in the walk-off.
Yeah, his last at-bat was a sacrifice ground out.
We're going to the bullpen here early.
Bullpen call for Coach Butts. We'll take the break here on Mountaineer Radio, Mountaineer TV. Camden Thompson returns to the mound for another inning of work for the Mountaineers as he carries a 6-0 lead into the top of inning number 4. He's got the heart of the order. 3-4-5 batters coming up. Wyatt Fielding, Blake Seafelt, and Brody Hinson. As Rose State chases 6 runs.
A little bit of momentum, I would say, on their side right now, even down by 6. A great double play started and turned by their relief pitcher in Warner. Fielding the recipient of that at first base. See if turns it into the bats.
And both Eastern and Rose ended the third inning defensively with a double play. Don't see that too often here at this level. First pitch to Fielding goes for a strike, 0-1.
And 10 innings now of pitches thrown and innings thrown by Eastern pitching. 0 earned runs.
1-1 count now.
That's a turnaround that Coach Sebastian's been looking for and needing out of this starting rotation. So that's all we've seen so far today.
The 1-1 delivery. Line drive into left field. Henrich able to make the play for out number 1.
Easy read over there by Henrich.
The defense has been good so far today for Eastern, especially here in game 2. Double play to end inning number 3. Now a fly out to start off inning number 4.
That was one of the hardest hit balls of the entire day as well. We haven't seen too many outfield flies.
First pitch in the zone to Blake Seafelt, 0-1.
We see some lazy pop-ups, but nothing hard hit like that. Everything's been on the ground. Give credit to every pitcher out there.
The 0-1 delivery misses outside, 1-1. And for Blake Seafelt, 0-for-1 on the day, grounded out to third base. Back in inning number 1 to end the first.
If I'm not mistaken, that was the first time he's been retired today.
The 1-1 delivery. Almost broke into the zone. Upstairs, though, 2-1. Great movement on that pitch from Camden Thompson. Thompson sets up and delivers the 2-1 pitch downstairs, 3-1. Two base runners in the third for Rose. They had runners on first and second before grounding into the double play. Now they got a runner on first base in Blake Seafelt after he reaches via the walk.
been extremely disciplined at the plate all day today. His very first at-bat of game one was, I believe, a full count walk. He's worked a lot of pitches, a couple of walks and base hits. Stolen base to his credit in game one as well.
Runner on first, 1 out for Brody Hinson. First pitch to Hinson, ground ball up the middle. Henry to Smith, over to Vinter, who stretches out and makes the play for another inning-ending double play. 6-4-3 for the Mountaineers as they lead 6-0, headed to the bottom of inning number 4.